Adam. In the darkness of sleep, I was comfortable, almost at peace. The alcohol might have helped dull some of my thoughts and helped me cling to others, but I didn't need any of that while I was asleep. With the help of alcohol, though, I didn't dream. I drifted through the welcome darkness and not. Bright light pierced my eyelids just as the most god-awful noise filled the air. I flailed, cursing when my hand slammed into the thick bedpost at the head of my bed. Trying to roll away from the offending assault on my senses, I found myself wrapped up tight in a cocoon of fabric before hitting the ground in a horrific crash. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. This song, oh God, this song? What the fuck? I bellowed, squirming in sheer desperation to free myself and find the source of the accursed song and end it quickly. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing, hot night wind was blowing. Where you think you going, baby? I twisted around to find a small Bluetooth speaker on the edge of my dresser, blasting the hellish song into the atmosphere. It was bright pink and practically vibrating from the bass it somehow managed to put out, and there, standing next to it, leaning on the doorway with a shit-eating grin. Bennett, I barked. Somehow I managed to feel a flush of pleasure at the sheer familiarity of that grin and the desire to throw the speaker directly at his face. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, hiya, Adam, Bennett said, reaching over to tap his phone and thankfully spare me the rest of the song. I thought you might enjoy a little blast from the past to help bring you back to the world of the living. That song was crafted by Satan himself, I growled, now fighting with the blanket until it released me from its death grip. I hate that song, and you know it. I had hated Call Me Maybe from the first moment I heard it on the radio. To my absolute dismay, not only had Bennett liked it, but he'd been beyond delighted at how much I despised it. In no time at all, he'd managed to get his hands on it, making sure to play it at the most inopportune times imaginable. Taking a shower? Of course he would open the door and blast it into the bathroom from somewhere in the hall, where I would have to scramble for a towel to stomp out and turn it off. Under my mom's car, trying to help my dad fix something? You bet Bennett would blast the damn thing while I was wrist deep in the guts of the car. Well, I suppose that while you're still having a little BDSM session with your blankets, Bennett said, and my eyes widened in horror as his finger moved toward his phone. Don't you dare, I hissed, glaring at him. Oops, he said lightly, tapping his screen. So here's my number. You son of a bitch, I barked, flopping onto my back to unwind myself with hurried shoves and flailing limbs. Your ass is mine. Promises, promises, he said, grabbing his phone and speaker in one hand and backing into the hallway. It took another couple of shoves to get the blanket off. Finally, with a grunt, I shoved my hands against the ground and launched myself toward him. However, Bennett had been watching me and was prepared, darting away faster than I thought I'd ever seen him move. Close, he called, hoofing it for the stairs, but not close enough. You little, I growled and took off after him. I was as close on his heels as I could manage, but he clearly hadn't been lax in working out like I had over the past couple of years. He all but flew down the stairs, swinging himself around at the bottom to land in the hallway nimbly. Even though I had to take the stairs a little more carefully as I tried to keep my breathing even, it wasn't hard to follow where he was going. His cackling preceded him. "Excuse me," Bennett called as he barreled through the kitchen toward the double doors that led to the back patio.